Hi, same shirt, different day. I have some more totes to go through, and I did find on the very top another one of those Sunset by Knit crates. The Knitology worsted in those pinks, so I'm going to set that aside so I can put it in with the other tote with those other colors. All right. I don't think we've seen these before, but we'll see. I have some sport weight altar stone. There are two skeins of that. And then there are, actually there are 4 skeins of that. And I had another one that was in DK, the same color altar stone. And these are little different weights. One is a little thinner, as you can see. The other one, but I think they can be used together. So they're all in that altar stone color. She didn't have any more of this color, but it was one that I just fell in love with. So yeah, I have 4 in the sport weight and 2 in the DK weight. I have 2 of the Peppermint Swirl. This is hand dyed by Heather's Country Crochet, and it is gorgeous. Look at that. So I have 2 of those. It's going in the tote the way it is. I have a little packet of Vilana here that I'm going to pull out. I have some Vilana Ambient Worsted in the color Fresco. This is Highland Peruvian wool. There are 2 of those in that. And then this is the same thing, only in the color Michelangelo. And then this is the exact same thing, but in the color Venezia. So I had figured that all of those would go together in a project. They're going in the tote. I don't know where the rest of my organza bags are. I have a couple of the Knit Picks palette. One is silver, and I don't know what this other one is, but it's a nice light pink. I was working on a shawl together with that with some beads, but I didn't like the way it was turning out, so I took it apart. And I'm trying to determine another project to work with that. I have a couple of different skeins in this one. These are all knit crates. They have a couple of books just stashed in there. Well, they're not all knit crate. This one is Worsted. It's 100% superwash merino. Malabrigo. They don't have a dye lot, but there's that. This one is the Worsted also, and it is worsted, Malabrigo. Nice little blend there. And then this is a Vilana Tiptoe Sock in the color Linen Spray. It's 45% superwash merino, 40% linen, and 15% nylon, It is a fingering weight. And those are going in the tote. Actually, they need to go back in the bag. I have a couple of bags, books in here that I think I had planned on using those with. A couple of patterns. So let me put them back in the bag. Hope you enjoyed my bald spot on the top of my head. I earned it. Like I said, I don't know if these are repeats or not, and if they are, I apologize, but, you know, it just can't be avoided. I have two of the Knitology Wisp, and this is in 100% merino wool, DK weight conservatory. There are two skeins of that, two hanks, whatever. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Metallico yarn by Hobie, and this is 70% polyamide, 21% acrylic, 9% merino wool, and it is an Okotex standard for 100 in the color 9. It's gorgeous. And I have quite a few of these. These are Hobby Lobby's yarns. This is their authentic hand-dyed marbled teal. I believe this is a fingering weight. It's 100% superwash merino wool, and I cannot read the size. But it looks like it's a fingering weight, maybe a DK. In that pretty color, I have 5 of those. And these I had picked up at one of the Hobby Lobby clearance sales. Thought it was a beautiful color and figured it would make a nice little shawl once I get it wound up. And here we go with some more knit crate yarn. This is their Vita Lana Heathered Sock. It is in the color Wisteria, 40% merino, 40% Peruvian Highland wool, 20% nylon, and it is a fingering weight, and it's got that nice marled look to it. If you've seen this before, I do apologize. I didn't, when I put things in the garage, stacking them up, I didn't pay attention to what I had, what I didn't have, what I'd already gone through, which I should have done, but I didn't. I have a Knitology Happy Little Sock. I have 2 in this color, and it's Every Tree Needs a Friend. 70% superwash merino, 20% tinsel, and 10% nylon fingering. That's a pretty color. And then I have this poor little fella stuck in there with it. And it is the Happy Little Sock in the colorway Peapod. Same thing, just different color. I don't remember if all 3 of those came or if I saw the Peapod and liked the color. It's green. I just ordered it. This is some of the Vita Lana that I had ordered to work on a separate project. and it is the ambient worsted. That is a Peruvian Highland wool in the Titan. There's 2 of those, and then there are 2 Mirasol, which is 100% wool. It doesn't tell me what size it is. This is Peruvian wool as well. That's in a little bit of a tan color. I have 2 of those and 2 of the Knitology in the Titan or Titan. Titan. Had no idea how you would pronounce that. Have no idea how on earth they would pronounce it. So. Now this is a yarn that was gifted to me, and to be honest, I have no idea where it came from. But it was in a bag that was left at the prayer shawl, and it's in beautiful color. I have 4 of these cakes. There are 2 that are much larger and 2 about this size. And it looks like it is a fingering weight as well. So there's that. You tie that bag up. Have a couple more of the Metallica. 2 more in that dark blue, but then I also have 1 in this real pretty, 2 in this real pretty rose colored. So those are going in there. Probably need to go next to it. And we have some more knit crate yarn. 2 hanks of this. This is Knitology. Cozy Sock and Citrus Squeeze. 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and 10% cashmere. Very soft, very pretty color. There are 2 of those. Did keep the book with it back when they were giving the books. Have some more knit crate yarn here. And I have 4 skeins of this, 4 hanks. This is Euro Yarn Cotton Basic Stitch and Hustle. In the color Hustle, it's 100% organic Pima cotton. It is a DK weight. There are 4 in here. It's a pretty color, very pretty. And then I have some Malabrigo, and this came in the knit crate box in the color 81 Hypnotic. It's pure merino superwash. Looks like it might be a worsted weight, possibly. There are 2 hanks in there. You know, some of the yarn companies don't list the weight, so that can be rather annoying. And what are you going to do, right? And this is a grouping that came from Knit Crate as well. It was the Malabrigo Maracaibo 154 colorway. Looks like it is fingering, and there are just 2 small hanks of it. If I remember correctly, a lot of people were pissed about just getting those 2 small hanks. I think that's when they'd first gone up to like $39. one of the booklets. And I have 2 hanks of this. This is Audine Wools in the Audine Wool Side DK in the color Ladybug. It's 85% merino wool, 15% cashmere. It's a DK weight. It's real pretty. So I have 2 hanks of that in this tote. And then I had picked up at one of the fiber stores. I had picked up from Unplanned Peacock Studio some Romney top 4 ounces in the color Blue Orchid. So that is it for this tote. Let me get it set aside and we'll get on to the next one. Sorry, I missed some. I took them out of the tote because they're in one of those bags. So I need to get these out. These are some simple DK from the Backcountry Knitter. This is it's in the color Sandstone, 75% merino, 25% nylon. And then I have a skein of Audine Wool's Calm in the color Epiphany. It's DK weight. I had that in another tote too, didn't I? Then I have 2 of the Vitalana sock. This is Glam sock in the color Pure Blitz. 70% superwash merino, 10% silk, 10% stellina, and 10% nylon. It's got a little bit of a sparkle. And then this is the Audine Wool's Cloud sock, and it is in the color Wolf Moon, 60% superwash merino, 30% mohair, and 10% nylon, fingering weight. So, need to put those back in there. And then I have, also in this bag, one small cake of a Vitalana ambient sock in the color Jungle Walk. It's 80% Peruvian Highland wool, 20% nylon, and it is a fingering weight. And there's that colorway. And that was another time Nick Crate ticked off a lot of people because they only sent 1 hank. That was back when they were charging about $39. So a lot of people were pretty put out with Nick Crate. And to be honest, it's no wonder they went out of business. They kept sourcing a lot of wools and things that a lot of people just were not happy with. So, yeah. All right, let me get the next totes. All right. Here we go with another tote. And I think you may have seen all these before, if you have, I do apologize. A lot of these were some of the cakes that I'd taken and caked up, mixed cakes, unnamed yarns. This one is a Lionheart Heartland in the color Joshua Tree. Imagine that it's green, dark green. A couple of different purples wound up. A mixture, pinks, purples. This one is a big twist And the color is blue confetti. Real pretty color. Nice baby blue. That's probably, I love this yarn from the feel of it. Another green. A red heart orchid. Cats are going a little nuts because there is truck out there moving more pipes. Then I have that, I think this is corn stalk, cornmeal, red heart. This is another, I love this yarn, but I don't know what the color is. An odd ball. Spring green. Nice little light orchid. It might be another color of orchid or purple. Maybe the other one was lavender. There are 2 skeins of With Love metallic in the color olive. I know I have more of that, so that may be why I'm thinking that you've seen all this. A nice navy blue, a buff, an off-white, another purple, another purple. Have no clue what this is. Light gray. Looks like it's DK. May have been a baby yarn. Here's another one of the olives. So that'll go right there. I have a Bernat baby blanket, tiny. And this is in elephant. Well, no wonder you didn't go with that. Another one of my crazy cakes. Another cake. I have 2 of these baby blanket tiny in the color Snowcap. 2 of those. I have 1 skein of just this yarn, white. Have an odd ball of probably Charisma. This is one of those, I think it's Fruit Bowl by Peaches and Cream. Three Sugar and Cream in black. I have 1 I Love This Yarn, Cotton in Forest. I have 1 I Love This Cotton in Turquoise. I have a miscellaneous black sparkle. Sure, that's one of the metallics. I don't know. I have 1 skein of Kobu in the color olive. Have this odd duck. I don't know what it is. I have another, I think this is Heartland. No, this is Scarfy. In the black hot pink. Just a little portion of it left. A little bit of a mixed ball there. Jumping cats everywhere. one Crafter's Secret in taupe. I have some Red Heart Scrubby in bubblegum. I have two Crafter's Secret in the color Mango Stonewashed, and these were back when they were on clearance for 57 cents each. I have one Crafter's Secret Cotton in Caribbean. I have one of the Crafter's Secret, and this was a clearance in Christmas print. That should probably go in the other tote with the rest of it. Way back, I have two of the Christmas print. I have one Crafter's Secret in white. One Crafter's Secret in hot pink. One Crafter's Secret in Fondant Fun. And then one Sugar and Cream in Lime Stripes. It's going to go over there. And then I have a rubber ducky and a small part of a knee-high. I told you what I do with those. Lots of times when I'm working with some of these cakes that I've wound up, I put them in that half to help keep them in their structure. And it also helps me find them a whole lot easier when I'm moving yarn from place to place. You know, from one project bag to another. All right, let's get into this last tote for today. And this has a little bit mix of a little bit of everything. This has a lovely little cake. One of those I wound up. This is some cotton yarn that I was given, I think through, I want to say Prayer Shawl, but they don't use cotton yarns. So figured I would use that for some Operation Christmas Child things. Two gnomes. You always have to take care of your gnomes, right? I have a Red Heart Super Saver in the color. This says spruce. It's not spruce, but it looks like it's peach. So I'm sure it's not spruce. Oh. Probably I just used the ball winder. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the mini red hearts in the color gem. I have 8 of those, so those are going in this tote. Let me get them in there. This is some of the leftover yarns that I had dyed, so that's just going to go in there. I have a Patton's Grace in the color Orchid. I do have a wound cake of green. You know I love green. I have an odd skein of green. Don't know what the color is. It's going in there. This is a Roses yarn in avocado. That probably should go through those others, avocados. I have a couple of, I have a fanny pack here that I just stuck in here. And then I have a little bag that I'd gotten from Zivisk. So that's going in there. Pair of knitting needles. This is some Red Heart in the color Hunter Green, a skein of that. This is one of those off skeins. I think it's teal. Don't quote me on that. Feels like it's a Red Heart possibly. I have a Red Heart Super Saver in the color Cherry Red. I have a Impeccable Stripes in the color Cool Mint Stripe. And then I have a lot of cakes. I have 3 of these small cakes, and like I said, I believe this is bright. Or it might be primary colors. You know, it's hard to tell when I don't have a label. And I'm sure that that is something that I picked up at Scraps and Skeins. So I do have a cake of Big Twist Holiday in the color Red, Green, White, solid. This is a pale pink Red Heart. This feels like a Red Heart, and it's probably navy. One of my mixed cakes. A lot of these are mixed cakes. This, I have no clue what it was, but it's gorgeous. So that's going in there. Mixed cake. This is a Red Heart. Can't remember the name of it. Don't have the label. Although I see the label down here in another one. So I do know the label. I do have 2 more of those small cakes. Let's hope this is the right label. Star Brights. So there are 3 of those total. So they're next to each other. That'll help keep it straight, right? This looks like it might be a Red Heart, possibly Orchid. A white, and there's another Star Bright, so that's going to go in there. Next to that, I have 4 of those cakes of Star Bright. This is one of those that I mixed. It has some Christmas yarn and a little bit of some red there, green. I'll set that aside. This is a lovely sparkle yarn, white. It's probably one of the metallics. Couple mixed cakes. You know, I am when I'm rolling up cakes. I don't care about the color. Woo! Looky, another Star Bright. Some blues and a royal blue. Which I'm pretty sure that royal blue is a Red Heart. Mixed cake. Mixed cake. A very small cake, and a light gray cake. Two mixed cakes. This is a Stitch Studio Marl. I think it's a blue marl. Here's one of those mixed green blue. Here's one with some green, some orange, and some black. And one more. This looks like a red heart cherry red. And there you can see I've got the pantyhose on the bottom, the half, to help hold its shape. And that is it for this tote. Hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you again next week, or next couple of days, with another round of totes. I do have plans to get through them. All right, guys. See you guys soon. Bye.